Hey y'all, how you doing? Bringing you a new project here. We're trying to get done for MIS. Is the we turned the static cart stand into a rolling stand, and not so we could roll the go-kart around so much, but so we could transport the toolbox from here in the garage out to the truck, from the truck into the garage or pit at the track, and then we can use it for what we call a crash cart, right? Or a pit cart, whatever. We can leave the toolbox on it, fuel jugs, air bottle stuff underneath, starter battery and starter itself, all kinds of stuff. We don't generally roll our cart around in something like this because then we got to have somebody help us lift it, and the enduro is heavier than the sprint cart. So we'll push the cart with the stick, and we'll use this for like I said, for a pit cart or a crash cart. Sometimes when you have a practice day, it's better off rotating rounds of practice or going quick to stay in the pit lane and get all the amount of practice that you can. So when you stay in the pit lane, you bring your little crash cart with you with some extra fuel and a funnel and some wrenches and gears and maybe spare tires of different circumference or whatever, just to try different things, or you have a plan of things you want to change. And you bring that stuff down with you and you just stay in the pit lane. We've taken the whole drained water, taken the whole top end off the engine, looked at the burn and the head and everything, the juice on the head, to make sure that everything was right and nice with our tune before really leaning on it, or before really starting to lean it down. So we've done it right in the pit lane, put it all back together, put water back in it, the whole 9 yards. So bring water with us, everything we need. But this is what we got going. We got these two pieces of melamine over here, or I think that's what it's called, melamine. It's 3/4 inch particle board with this white stuff on it. The big piece is obviously going to be the tabletop, and then the bottom is going to go underneath. And all I'm going to do is that we're not going to bolt it down or lock it down, just to make sure that these pieces don't slide when you're putting the toolbox on or when you're putting your fuel jugs underneath, that it doesn't tip or move. I made these pins here, and these are going to go, here's an example, in the front axle down here. We'll drill through, and then we'll plug weld on the bottom, so you'll have these little pins sticking up out of here. And we'll do the same thing in the back, except if you look here, this axle is much lower than that one. We've had to raise it up to get to keep the top of the stand level, and the level that we want, which is about 36 inches, which is about the level of the tailgate of our truck, so we can slide the toolbox in and out. We put the toolbox in the truck, we don't put it in the trailer. And so there you go. What we'll do is we made these little pieces here that we'll use to boost up to the level that we need to here, so it's the same there. And then we fabricated a couple little flat pieces that we'll weld on top of each side, right? We got one for each side. And then obviously pins, shorter pins, that are going to go in here, and then we'll plug weld from the bottom there, which will hold the back side of the whip. So just wanted to bring you this real quick, how we're, it's my little mini lathe, right? My portable lathe. We'll go ahead and put you in the vise here. See if it'll stay there. Can you see from there? Make sure you're wearing your safety glasses, folks. So you're at Big Daddy's garage here. Let's see, we put something, there we go. And just took the air tool, the 90-degree sander, right? And spun this thing. Got it. Started getting it shaped by hand first, then chuck it up in here and spin this, and you know what I mean, and go ahead and start getting a good shape to it. And then we'll go ahead and use the file, and then we'll go ahead and just round it right off, right? So what it does is it ends up giving you these nice machined lines. It looks like it came right out of a lathe. So there you go. We'll make two more short ones for the back, and go ahead and get this thing all done. Now, why couldn't I have just clamped it down or use screws or something? Well, because that wouldn't require any welding. And since I got the electrician over here and got the little welder running, I've been playing around with it. That's why I wanted to start with this project once we got the welder up and running, to get an idea of the finickiness, the heat settings and wire feed settings and stuff before I start working on the bumper for the cart here. This is a nice piece. Ed bet us a nice piece. Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it, man. And we don't want to burn holes in it when we're welding it up, and we don't want it to look like crap. So we get a handle on the welder and stuff with this little project here, and then we'll get the bumper and stuff done next week, I think. But we also added a little safety chain under here, you see, so you can still take this apart and separate the two pieces still, because we have to paint it orange, right? That's it. This little bit of welding I got left to do for that bottom piece is really all we got left. What I'm going to do for the top piece to keep it on here and keep it from moving is I'm going to use some PVC. Let me see if I got a piece over here. Yeah, we got a piece here. What we'll do is end up cutting it just a hair past the center line, right? And then attaching this to the back side of this board, and it'll actually snap down over top of this 1-inch square tube. Really we only need it on one side, but we'll probably put it on both sides just because, right? We get some killer glue so we can we'll remove the melamine from the bottom of the board, and maybe even put a little half-round trough in there to glue that PVC in there. But that's it, man. That's where we're at. We're just playing around out here in the garage. Hope I wasn't having my finger over top of that. That's it, just playing around. We got a few more weeks yet before MIS, a couple of 2 weeks yet, so we got time. That's it. We built a little braiding a bench over here. We thought we were going to make a little welding bench here, but I don't know. We had a TIG welder sitting down welding is better, but so little Bray comes over, my little nephew from next door. He's 3, and he's got his little toolbox here, right? Let's see what he's got in his toolbox. It's a Bosch. He's got an excellent, nice, perfectly weighted hammer here. Yeah, it's a nice hammer. He's got a little painter here, roll painting. Check out this saw. Oh yeah, baby. Yep, old Bray. So he's got some. He can pound some nails in, and then actually pull the nails loose. Got his little shop goggles. Safety first, right? We got to start early with the safety first. So that's it. Bray's got his little bench. I took one of the stools and cut the legs off for him. It was like that one there. And I cut the legs off. He was over here beating the daylights out of everything. I got him some little pieces of wood here that he's hammers on and plays with. So that's it for now. He's getting ready to go. Things have cooled off a little bit. It says it's 90 or so in here, but I think that heat must be radiating right off the wall, because it isn't anywhere near that hot in here. I think it's like 75 or 77 outside right now. Not that bad. So that's it. Everybody have a safe trip to MIS. We'll probably get you some more video before then. Probably get you a video of this bad boy after it's all done. And probably bring you a little, show you a little at the track of this thing actually doing its job. What do you think about that? That's it. We're playing with the Kart stand, playing with the welder, having fun.